Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Miss Marcie, and I'm actually here to do a recap. A recap of Insecure Season 2, Episode 1. I know it's been a long time since I've been on here doing reviews or whatever, but I'm back because I love Insecure. That is like my freaking show. That's like, to me, that's like the best show out right now, okay? Hands down. Shout out to Issa Rae. All right, anyway, so let's get into this thing. All right, so this is Insecure, like I said, season 2, episode 1. Hella great. Okay. All right, so what's going on is that y'all know it's basically the recovery of Issa Rae from last season where she cheated on Lawrence or whatever with her ex-boyfriend Daniel. Okay, because Daniel is fine. Okay. Lawrence is cute too, but Daniel, I don't know. Daniel just got kind of a sexier swag to me than Lawrence do. Lawrence is cute, but Lawrence is like corny ballish. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so Issa done cheated on him last season with Daniel. Okay, so that's where we're picking up at. So basically, we got Issa going on different dates. You know, it's like she's doing some type of speed dating or whatever, but really she's going on different dates or whatever. And y'all know how it is. First of all, let me say something. First of all, let me say this about this show. I love this show because, first of all, it's hella funny, hella good, and it is, most of all, it's hella real. It is so freaking relatable. I mean, it's like, I don't know, like a lot of little stuff that they go through on there. It's like we all go through that in real life, especially even like the little awkward, the little quirks and little awkward stuff that they be doing. I'll be cracking up, y'all. Anyway, so, like I said, she's going on these different dates or whatever. But the problem is she's comparing everybody to Lawrence. Y'all know we all do that. So she's comparing everybody to Lawrence. So nobody's really like catching her interest. She's like really bored on all these dates. She done spilled the drink on one guy. All right, so in the next scene, Molly is at her therapy session. Y'all remember on season 1 where Issa told Molly she needed to think about going to therapy. I actually like the fact that they are incorporating a black woman going to see a psych or therapist or whatever, because this is something that we in the black community don't believe in doing, because we don't think that we should go see a therapist. We think that's a white people thing. So I like the fact that they're putting that in there. So Molly is going to this therapy session. She's not feeling it because Molly clearly does not want to open up to this woman. So it's going to take a couple of sessions for Molly to open up to her or whatever. But right now she ain't giving up nothing. She don't want to talk about shit. So anyway, Issa and Molly going working out or whatever. They walking and they talking, doing what we girls do. They having girl chat while they're walking. And basically Molly's telling Issa, about the therapy session or whatever, and then Issa's telling her about her life, how she ain't getting no dick, and both of them agree that they both not getting no dick, and Issa's like, I'm just over this dating shit. It's just really like a lot of work. Who's she telling? And she's like, it's just a lot of work, and I'm just not. I miss. She misses being in a relationship. So they're both just kind of going back and forth about what's going on in their life. Then Molly actually mentions to Issa, like, well, men always want to come back when they feel like you're good, like you really, you're doing good without them. So that gives Issa an idea. Her wheels get to clicking, like, Then we cut to the next scene where we got Lawrence smashing Tasha. Okay. He's smashing her, boy. And then when they get done, while they're into it, she calls him Zaddy. Okay. And he's kind of liking that, but he's like, you call me Zaddy. And she's like, oh, you don't like it? He's like, I do. He is so corny to me. He gonna turn around and tell, after they get done, and she get up and go in the kitchen, I guess, to fix some water or whatever, he like, what if I call you, what do he say, zombie? She like, that don't even go. He's so corny to me. Oh my gosh. He better be lucky he's cute. But this Tasha chick, y'all, she is so into Lawrence. It's like annoying. It's like, bitch, get off his dick, okay? My gosh. And I ain't hating or nothing like that, but it's like, oh my goodness, she's so into him, and he's really not into her like that. That's the unfortunate part. He's not really into her like that. She's just rebound pretty much. And I think he thinks she's cool, and he likes smashing her. But other than that, that's as far as it goes. So back at the house, Lawrence is staying with his friend, sleeping on the blow up mattress. So they're talking, and the friend is like, "Yeah, I like how you got this all figured out." Basically telling Lawrence, like, you go hook up with her on Friday, smash all weekend, and you come back and chill on Sunday. So Lawrence is like, it's not really like that. I mean, she's cool. She's cool people. And the friend, I cannot think of that guy's name, but the friend is like, well, I mean, you ain't even ever took the bitch out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't ever took her out on a date. So then it kind of makes Lawrence think, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's right. I've never taken her out on a date. The friend is actually funny to me because he just has a funny delivery about things, but he be actually telling the truth about some things. And that's why Lawrence was like, he's actually right. I never took this girl out on a date. Issa's at home in her lonely bed, no man next to her, lonely bed, just swiping on Tinder. I'm trying to tell you, honey, I know the feeling. So anyway, so Issa checks her mail, okay? And she finds out Lawrence got a piece of mail because his mail is still coming to her house. So Lawrence get this piece of mail, and it's a summons to court to jury duty. Now y'all know you can't miss jury duty, honey. Your ass go to jail if you miss jury duty. So it's a summons to come to jury duty, and she knows that, okay, if he got to go to jury duty, he got to come over here and get this letter. So she starts thinking back to what Molly told her, that, okay, a guy likes to come back into your life when he know you good. So she gets this idea in her mind, like, okay, you know what? We're going to have a +1 party where we just going to, everybody come bring drinks and stuff. And then, they're going to bring a +1. So Issa figured, okay, I'll have this party and I'm going to look like I'm having fun, enjoying my life. And I'm going to have Lawrence come and pick up this mail. Meanwhile, Lawrence takes Tasha out on a date. Y'all, I thought it was so funny how Issa was in the mirror, going through different ways to, greet Lawrence or whatever. Oh my gosh, this show be having me hollering, y'all. Because it's so real. We do stuff like that behind closed doors, or we don't think nobody's around. We do little stuff like that. She be rapping, I mean, I don't rap, but you know what I'm saying? But we do stuff behind closed doors. So Lawrence takes Tasha out on this date. They're just talking or whatever. They vibing or whatever, So in the meanwhile, at this party, at Issa's +1 party, people come, her friends are there. And then the neighbors from outside even come and join them. But Issa's watching that door because she's waiting to see if Lawrence is going to come. Well, Lawrence no. She's watching the door the whole time. She keeps watching the door. Then Lawrence sends her a text like, I'm not going to be able to make it. Can you just mail it? So it kind of crushed her little heart because she was really hoping that Lawrence would show up so she can show up. She goes outside. She talks to Molly. She goes outside. Molly goes behind her like, well, what's wrong? And Issa's like, well, I thought Lawrence was coming. And Molly's like, well, why would Lawrence be coming? And she's like, well, I told him he had some mail, and I basically told him to come get it, and I figured he would come get it at this time. So Molly's like, what's the point? And Issa's like, well, you said a man like to come back when he feel like you good. So I'm good, I thought you said you didn't want him back. Issa's like, well, I lied. I do want my man back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lied. I want my man back. Shit, I do want him back. So, like I said, the neighbors from outside even joined the party. They in there getting too lit to where they end up setting something on fire in the house or whatever. So they're like, oh my gosh. Issa's like, what the hell? So they all leave the house after they done set the damn house on fire. They leave Issa basically holding the bag, clean up everything. Of course, it's her house. Why not? But nobody stays to help her or nothing. So then she get a knock at the door, and it's Lawrence. He actually shows up. So he shows up, and she in her panties and stuff, and she in her t-shirt and her panties, and she like, he would come when everybody gone, when the house is a mess. I can't show off. I can't act like I'm doing good. I just got to be real. I just got to be honest. I got to be natural. So she opens up the door, and they're having a little awkward moment at first. Then he's like, you said you got some mail for me? So she goes and get the mail or whatever. And she hands it to him. Then he's like, oh, I got some stuff in the bathroom too. So she lets him in to go get the stuff in the bathroom. He goes get the stuff in the bathroom, comes back, and next thing you know, he just grabs her and starts kissing her, and they smash right there on the couch. It was like such a cheap thrill, though. Like, oh my gosh. But you could just tell that he missed her. Lawrence really misses her and he really loves her. But you could tell that ego and that pride of his is like, I ain't going. She cheated on me. I'm going to make her pay. So he smashes her right there on the couch. She gets up, she's confused. He go washes his dick off. She's confused, like, what the fuck just happened? You know? So she just kind of plays it cool. And that's basically what happened. I mean, then he left. He smashed and dashed, y'all. Like deuces. So that was the end of that episode. I think they just setting all this up for a whole lot of mess, I could tell. So yeah, y'all. Again, like I said, this is my show. I love it. And I'm so here for it, y'all. And I hope y'all here next time for my review next time. Until then, this is Miss Marcie. Peace.